If you have stagnant sales for your online coaching or consulting business, I want to share an observation with you about why you're having this issue, which you're probably overlooking, and what you can do to fix it in as little as 60 minutes or less. If we haven't met yet, my name is Jeff Lindberg, and so you know that I know what I'm talking about. I've been the director of marketing for several software companies for the last 15 years, as well as working with clients one-on-one to improve their marketing and generate more sales. And this observation is what I've had when I've been seeing clients that have sales that are stalled out and they're not really sure why or what to do to fix it. Usually they almost always look at the wrong area to fix the issue and then spend so much time tearing things apart and rebuilding and hoping that things are going to start working, but they never actually fix the root cause of the thing that is broken in the first place. They usually tear apart their funnels in search of like the linchpin that's going to get everything working, or they assume that leads are bad and they're just going to change up their ad targeting in their ads, or they start dissecting their lead magnets in their webinars and then assume like something there must be the issue, so they redo those over and over only to get the same result. In almost 99% of the cases though, it's usually none of those things that are the issue. It's something that's way more simple and foundational that once it's fixed, everything from ads to content to funnels to everything, it starts working so much better. The problem starts with a pretty extreme lack of clarity. Even people who come in saying, I know my avatar's problems and I know how to sell my offer. And in some cases, these clients have made a good amount of money selling this offer, but something has just stopped working. When I ask them, what problem do you solve? I almost always get one of two answers. So either a look of like deer in the headlights as they realize they don't actually know what problem they're solving, or the super confident ones, they come in and they give me their value prop. I help so-and-so do this thing. To which I say, but what problem are you solving? That's what you do. What problem are you solving by doing that? And then they look at me with the deer in the headlights. Now, here's the thing with this question. It's so simple that most people, like my past self included, we don't spend enough time getting clear on this and answering it in relation to their audience's main problem. And then when they're not clear at this super foundational level, it creates a lack of clarity that's built upon this murky foundation, and it just bleeds into everything else that you're building on top of it, from your content, your ads, webinars, funnels, everything, right, to sales calls. Think about it. If you're not clear on the true problem you're solving, and then you're building a webinar around that problem, that thing that you think your audience wants, but they don't actually care about, are they going to register and show up? Probably not. If you create content around the problem that you think they're having, that they may or may not care about, is it going to connect with them? Probably not. Are they going to opt in for a lead magnet that they may or may not care about? No, they're not going to. And this is the most frustrating part of marketing, when it feels like in your head you have it down, but you can't figure out why it's not working to attract leads and convert them to sales. Usually when that is happening, this is the culprit. They aren't clear about the foundational elements of their message. So how do you get clear on this specific question? So the first thing that you have to do is assess what problem your ideal client is actively looking to solve. So I call this the action-oriented problem. They're out there looking for that solution. They're taking action to solve it, and they're willing to spend their money to get some kind of result. These are high-profit problems that generate cash for your business, but most online businesses, we aren't connecting to this exact problem. You're just connecting to something else that maybe is or isn't as pressing. So think of your ideal client. What are the 2 or maybe 3 at most main problems they're having? Now here's the trick with this question. You have to take it from like this lofty thing that, you know, it's like super high level and arty farty and all that kind of stuff, to like bottom line it for me into the most simple terms. Like, what is the problem you solve? A lot of times when I'm working through this with my clients, they'll say stuff like, they just want to live a more full life, or they want to stand more in their power, you know, stuff like that. And it makes sense. I know what it means, but it's stuff that no one's actively and ferociously searching for a solution to. Like, they're searching for something else entirely. So if they just want to live a more full life, what are some smaller problems causing them to not feel like their life is full? So you have this situation up here, which is they don't feel like their life is full. What are the problems feeding into that situation? It could be things like they aren't making enough money, so they can't afford experiences that they want to have to live that life that they see in their heads. It could be they don't have a partner to share their life with. It could be they don't have the emotional capacity, or they're not emotionally aware enough, so they want to become more aware of their emotions to have a better relationship with their spouse. I don't know, things like that. But you can see how those things are way more concrete, and someone could literally be out there Googling them right now for solutions. We need to get to the heart of what you think the problem is and then bottom line it. No fancy, lofty language, right? It has to be all tangible, very concrete, like nobody can misinterpret what this is. So for me, as an example, I help you with stagnant sales. If your sales are stagnant, I fix that. It's like everybody knows what that means. There's no kind of misinterpretation that can happen. Prior to that, I was saying I can help you get clear on your messaging, and it was falling short. People were not actually wanting that, but they are experiencing stagnant sales or stalled out sales, or however you want to describe it. But it is that same thing of sales are falling off and they don't know why. Once I switched that, all of a sudden things started moving a lot better. People started resonating, all that kind of stuff, because this is the foundational step, the first one in getting all of your marketing working. When you fix this and you have a solid foundation and an understanding of what your clients are actually looking for, and then you create all of your marketing from that place, it actually connects with their true desires, which gets them to pay attention and want what you're offering. Without that clarity, you're building on a murky foundation, and that muck, like I said earlier, just permeates everything that you build upon it. So I help my clients work through this process by asking them 4 simple but powerful questions, which help them get super clear and build a solid foundation for their marketing. And if you want those questions so you can get clear on this stuff for yourself, just comment clarity and I'll send them to you so you can use them to uncover the high profit problems to go after with your marketing so that it actually works to generate an audience, leads, and sales. There's no email required or anything. Just type in clarity and I'll send it to you. All right, thanks for watching.